Good evening. My name is Prashant Gupta. In today's video, I will discuss one of the most important interview question, which each and every interviewer asks that question in their interviews while taking the interviews in core Java in Java. So the question is, what is this keyword? This keyword is very important interview question which each and every interviewer asks in their interviews. So in this video I will give you some points. I will give you some points to answer that question well, how to tell that answer in a perfect manner, how you can tell that how you can brief your answer in some few points while facing this question, right? So without hesitating, right? So before wasting any further time, let's get started. Now, first point. So in few points I will briefly describe what is this keyword is all about. First point, this keyword is a special type of reference variable. This keyword is a special type of reference variable which automatically gets created This keyword is a special type of reference variable which automatically gets created and stored object's address. So I forgot to tell you that in this video I will tell you theory part. I will tell you few points so that how you can describe this question well, and as well as I will demonstrate in a practical way. I will demonstrate each and every point in front of you. So the first point is, this keyword is a special type of reference variable which automatically gets created and stored object's address. So how the practical demonstration looks like, we see that. First point. So here I will write one object. I will firstly I will write one method. Now I will write one method, public void test. Now what is that method? This is basically not a main method. It's not a main method, right? It's a simple method which I have created. It's a main method. What's the difference between this method and this method? This method is basically a main method which is already in the Java, which is a built-in method which is already in Java, but this method I have created for myself for this program. This method is a main method. This method is called as a main method, and this method is called as a ordinary method which created by me. And this method is a main method. This method executes first in the Java program. The execution flow will start with that main method first, and after that this method will execute. First this main method will execute, and after that this method will execute. So in this main method I will write one line. So with the help of this line I am creating one object in the computer's RAM memory, random access memory. In the random access memory I am creating one object. I'm creating one object. So there are two ways to hold, because there are ample amount of objects which are present in the computer's RAM memory. So we need to find which object we need to find where our object is being created, where which I have created right now in front of you by with the help of this line. So where this object which is created in the RAM memory, where this object is. So with the help of address, where this object is located in the RAM memory, because in the RAM memory there are ample amount of objects already present there. So where this object which I have created till now, where this object is, so with the help of address which holds this a1 is a reference variable, this holds this object address which I have created right now. This holds this objects, matlab this a1 knows where this object is located. This a1 knows where this object is located in the RAM memory, because the address holds by this a1 of that particular object. So this is a kind of ordinary thing. If I will, with the help of this, if I will print the object address, you can know it very well. A1, if I will, because why I have written A1, because A1 knows where this object is. So because A1 holds the object's address, so this will print me the object address. This is the object address which I have created. This is the object, and this is the object address which I have created. For example, address means, this is the object address which I have created, and this is the object, right? So this is the object address. Now A1 is basically holding this object's address. That is why this is printed me this object's address. Now this is the ordinary way. This is a kind of reference variable which holds this object's address. But there is another reference variable. There is one more another reference variable which holds the object address. Who is this? This is basically this keyword. So this keyword holds this object address. It's a special type of reference variable. This is the reference variable which I have created to prove that. First of all I will write one program, and after that I will explain. Now you will see two address here, same address, because the same objects two address. this एक ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट हुआ रैम मेमोरी के अंदर, और रैम मेमोरी के अंदर जब एक ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट हुआ तो उस ऑब्जेक्ट के सेम एड्रेस दो बार प्रिंट हो रहे हैं. हाउ इट इज पॉसिबल? कैसे प्रिंट हो रहे हैं? बिकॉज एक ऑब्जेक्ट के एड्रेस को, मतलब इस एड्रेस को होल्ड कर रहा है A1. वन ऑब्जेक्ट एड्रेस इज होल्डिंग बाय A1. दिस इज ऑल्सो अ काइंड ऑफ reference variable, and this keyword is also a reference variable. Both are reference variable, but what is the difference between these both reference variable? This is created by me. This is not an actual reference variable. This is not actual local reference variable. This is created by me. If I will change it's A2, if I will change A2, and if I will change A2, now if I will change A2, this will not give me error. This will print me the address, because this A1, A2, these both are created by me, and I can change this. but this keyword I cannot change. This keyword is a special type of reference variable which holds the object's address. There are this is a second reference variable which holds the object's address, but this cannot be changed by me, right? This is a special type of reference variable, and this also holds that object's address. This object which I have created by me is holding that object's address. This keyword is holding this object address, and this a2 is also holding that object address. Both holds the object's address. So this is the first point. Second point is this keyword points to the current object running in the program. So how it is we can do it practically. Now here I will create two objects. First one is AA1. Here I will create two objects. First object is which I have created, and second object I am also creating. By writing this line I am creating second object. By writing this line I am creating, so there are this is object 1 which is created, and this is object 2 which is created. So these are two objects which I have created by me. So now how this keyword points to the current object running in the program, how this is possible, this is how I will practically demonstrate that in front of you. This is this keyword, right? This keyword points to the current object running in the program, right? These are the two objects which you can see here. So now I told you this is a main method and this is the ordinary method. This is not a main method, this is ordinary method. This main method, the only difference between this main method and this ordinary method is this main method executes automatically. No one executes that, neither object nor anyone. This main method executes automatically. This main method, no one executes this main method, but this method which I have created for this program, which I have created by myself for this program, especially for this program, this method should call by the object, right? This method should call by the object. So how we can call that method with the help of object? So for example, if object 1 will call this method, how it is possible? By writing this line, because a1 is holding this object address, so I will write here a1 dot, I will use dot, and simply I will write a method name. Which method I have to call? Test method. This method, and the method name is test, so I have to call test method. It is simply, for example, I have to call my friend Ritik, so I will call Ritik by his name. Ritik, hello Ritik, come here. So I am calling Ritik by his name, as same as if the object wants to call this method, so by his name object will call this method. So object is calling this method. Now what this keyword does here, this keyword points to the current object running in the program right now. Which object is currently running? This keyword points to that object right now. First object is currently running, so this keyword will print first object address. See, this object is running, printing this keyword is pointing to the first object, because first object is currently running. If I will write a2 dot test here, now it will give me now. Now this keyword will point a second object because second object is currently running. If I will write again a1 dot test, so right now this keyword will give me the first object address because this keyword will return the first object address because this keyword is pointing to the current object. Current object is object first object. That is why this is this keyword. Third point, using this keyword, however, using this keyword we can access static and non-static members both at the same time, but there is a restriction. Using static member, using static and non-static, however accessing static member, this should not be done with the reference variable. Means this reference variable, this should not be done with the reference variable. Fourth point is, now we will discuss in the previous video I discussed about constructor. So how calling constructor using this keyword. So we can use this keyword and we can call, how we can call one constructor to another constructor, or how we can call one constructor using this keyword. We will practically demonstrate that. So we will practically demonstrate that. So how we can call one constructor using this keyword. Here, how we can do that? Here I will again write public void test. Here, public void test. How we can call one constructor, how we can call constructors using this keyword. So this keyword is all about, so what I have to write is here, right? So what I have to write here, I will write this keyword, right? I will write this keyword. How? So in this I will write system.out.println this, right? So this keyword, firstly, so constructor, I discussed, constructor should have the same name as that of class. Constructor should have same name as that of class. So here I create constructor. So this keyword will call constructor only when the constructor is the calling one constructor is being done by the other constructor. Means this should only be done if one constructor is calling another constructor. If the object is calling if the object is calling a constructor, this keyword will not work. Only this keyword will work if the one constructor is calling another constructor. So I will write here AA1 equals to A, and I will call this method first. I will call this method first A1 dot test. This A1 will call There's another constructor where we have to write this. Constructor is call another constructor, means call this constructor will call another constructor. We have to call this constructor first. ये ऑब्जेक्ट सबसे पहले कॉल करेगा किसको, क्योंकि ये ऑब्जेक्ट मैच कर रहा है इस कंस्ट्रक्टर से. सो दिस ऑब्जेक्ट, ये ऑब्जेक्ट जो है इस कंस्ट्रक्टर से मैच कर रहा है. तो ये जो ऑब्जेक्ट जो है इस कंस्ट्रक्टर से मैच कर रहा है, तो ये ऑब्जेक्ट जो है इस कंस्ट्रक्टर से मैच कर रहा है, तो ये सबसे पहले इसको कॉल करेगा. इसके अंदर लिखा है दिस कीवर्ड मीन्स ये कंस्ट्रक्टर इस कंस्ट्रक्टर को कॉल कर रहा है. 100% हो जाएगा. सो how it is possible? Now understand this program. Calling constructor using this keyword means using this keyword we can call one constructor is called using this keyword. If we are calling constructor using this keyword, make sure this call is being done by this. Make sure this call is done. This calling is done by the another constructor. Means if we are calling one constructor to another constructor, if we are calling constructor using this keyword, make sure this call is being done by the another constructor. Means if so this main method execute first. So in this I have written down one object. So one object will call one constructor. Which constructor will call this object? This object will match. This object has one argument, so this has one parameter, so this object will match. There are two constructors present here, so this object will match their arguments. So there is one argument, there is one parameter, and there is one parameter. So this constructor and this object is matching. So this object is calling that constructor first, which is matching with that object. Inside that, this block of code execute. So in that we have written down this keyword. So this keyword, so now hence proved that this constructor, so using this keyword, this constructor will call this constructor. So in that we have written down 100 will print. There is a short way you can prove that how we can call constructor using this keyword. Anand, so now we discussed some mistakes which we so this is the video. In further video we will discuss some in further videos from further video we will discuss what are the mistakes which we normally avoid when it comes to explaining this keyword, or when it comes to practically demonstrate this keyword. So using this keyword, what type of mistakes we normally do, and we should avoid that. So in further video we will discuss that. Thank you so much.